Why hello, and welcome back to Deadlight. We're almost done. We need to get collectibles in 3 more levels. Here's the thing. That won't take long, so I was going to wait and do this at a later point in time. But
It hurts.
there's going to be quite a bit of
More and
reading.
more to think about them.
Oh heck. Of course. Twitch, why would you do this to me? Give me a second. There we go. Also, I can see chat again. I don't know if anybody say anything, but I can see chat again. So that's good.
Brave
Ben died in the
accident. His body is stuck in a mess of iron.
I forget that he says some of the stuff. Okay, so that's one of the ones we did get.
Ben died in the accident. Blood-stained fragments from the safe point. The new laws lie. It looks overrun. Shadows can't be stopped.
Hold on. Let's see what this is. The Idea of a Stranger. His name is A.H. DeSalvo. That's one of the ones we're missing. So, I mentioned I was thinking of waiting for something. So, the original plan was to beat the, to beat this last week and then move back on to Final Fantasy VIII this week. But I needed to get up and go early last week. So, instead, we just finished the collectibles in Chapter 2. I wasn't going to actually do any of the reading until we had gotten to the, what is it? The Enhanced Edition. I don't know what it's exactly called. That's why I'm just calling it like the Enhanced Edition. Go down, thank you. But yeah, that's whenever we were originally going to read the collectible stuff. Was after we finished that. There's a handful of achievements in the Enhanced Edition that we'll have to do, and there's also like a survival mode.
Is no more than a trap used to hunt the survivors.
Hold on, let's see. I'm hoping that I'm not missing this. Whew. Wait a minute. Oh, it's right after this. Okay. Aha! Get off of me. No, 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 no. No. I had it. I will say I do know that whenever we do play the enhanced edition, I'm gonna have to practice it a bit. To be fair, I'll be able to play it again and get most of the achievements that I already had. Technically, I'll probably try to get all of them, honestly. But yeah, that's going to be a thing we need to, or I'm gonna have to be careful about. Ooh, ooh, ooh. If I can just get through. Oh god. Heck. This part gave me so much trouble last time too. The thing is, I know that they keep spawning if you kill them. So that's just like, what do? Yep, here they come. I can't even get up the ladder like that. Ugh. Jeez. How did I do this last time? Actually, I think I know how I did this last time. I'll do it this time too. Even though I don't really want to do that. I feel like that's a waste of ammo. Bring all your zombie booties over here. Thank you. That was not what I wanted, actually. Get off of me. No. Hey, Larry Roo. How you doing today? I hope you have a wonderful day so far. I'm stuck at the part I got stuck at before. What is this? Okay. Ah. Okay. There's just one. Yes! I'm doing okay. Eugh. There we go. Made it. But yeah, I'm doing alright. I've made it past here. Luna, you can't go that way, baby. Let's see. Can run up and sprint, jump across the water to the platform in the center of the pool. Platform in the center of the pool.
The radio broadcast. It's the trap the new law created, pulling in survivors from all over the city.
Totally the center of the pool. Wait. It says jump into the water. Oh, before. Okay. I see.
The radio broadcast. It's the trap the new law created, pulling in survivors from all over the city.
Okay, let's see.
They take people, use them. They're more dangerous than the dead.
Quickly climb, jump further to the right before it falls into the water. Drop down and crouch under the piece of wall here. There we go. The idea of a stranger. His name is Henry L. Lucas. Picking up strangers. Looks like we have all those now. We're missing one more collectible here. Okay. Hopefully we'll be able to get that. Larry, I can't believe I'm actually going to eventually play the definitive version of this to get the last few achievements on stream. Because, you know me, I gotta complete all the things. Ah. Cutting of the Washington today of 1962, which speaks of the end of the Cuban Missile Crisis. Kennedy surrendered then to the communist threat. Now we are paying for his cowardice. Okay, that's all of them. We just have to finish the level now. Aha! I'm not crazy, right? Yeah, we did get 5 out of 5. Ew. Oh, jeez. I got hacked up. Like, real bad. Lucky also got hacked up real bad. Because I touched her and she just, like, freaked out. Because I went to pet her whenever I said that. She's just like, oh god, what is this? Luna, you gotta go down and around. Ew. I didn't want that to fall on me. Okay. So we're missing one here. Let's see. This shouldn't be too bad. I will say, even though this is a generic, like, kind of like zombie game story, or the story in general, I don't know why I expected what I expected. In fact, there's a medical report about the disease that scientists at the Safe Point were investigating. All their attempts to search for a cure have proven to be a failure. Wait, I missed that one out of all of them? Oh. Oh. There's diary entry. But yeah, like, even though this game has a very standard zombie story, and I think a lot of us figured out that his wife and daughter were dead before we made it to the end. I don't realize I actually saw that, or I don't know if I ever did see that before this. Like the ending. Like that type of ending. But for whatever reason, it seemed kind of obvious. Oh, heck. Oh gosh. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. A stack of boxes. I apparently missed that before. Lost page of my diary.
It's too quiet.
We will read the diary entries.
Something's not right.
Have they found any survivors?
Looks like they found a young woman. A redhead, you know.
I have a feeling
It's the damn radio that broadcasts regularly.
that
the
this next
false
level
message that attracts the surf. It's
will probably be a little
like the red
longer.
said. We all make choices. These men chose to lie and to kill. They chose the worst in themselves. But it ends now.
Might not be that bad though.
Get out of here, Randall. You're cornered.
Uh-oh. Oh heck. I honestly thought they were supposed to come into this room with me. I forgot. I think they come into the building with me. Or I thought they did.
Throw down your weapon! Throw down your weapon! I swear! I swear!
is in the...
That one guy screaming though.
This must
We're missing literally one collectible here.
be their base. Stella is here. I can feel it. My family. This is it, Randall Wayne. This is it. A fragile-looking door. I can easily break through it.
Stay near the
Yes.
door, you bastard.
My backpack.
We get all our stuff back too.
My stuff's inside. That's Stella.
How old do you think they are?
Probably not even 18.
I
Oh,
think
heck.
it's a woman, right?
I don't even think I noticed this before, so this should be it.
This is procedure. Shower is always procedure.
Is this gonna be it? An advertising brochure from a religious sect on an island in the Pacific. An enigmatic woman in black calls to believers. Build your ark and visit paradise before it's too late. Come to our sacred Arcadia. That is it. That is the last achievement in the game. But I am finishing this level so we can keep the collectible. Because I'd rather keep it than get rid of it. But yeah, we're technically done with the game, so all we got left to do after we beat this level is to do the thing.
Take off your clothes. We have to decontaminate you.
I'm fine! I'm clean! I promise!
I was actually hoping that the subtitles would go away,
Quick, Stella.
and
We
that
need to get
seems
out.
to still be there.
We'd better turn off the power if we want to move on.
Because
What was your
uploading
favorite
this
baseball
to
team?
YouTube, I'd be like,
Black
thumbnail.
Sox? Shut
Them
up,
heck.
dumbass. All the sellouts from that team are dead, just like the other.
What was it that I was going to say now? Oh yeah. There's going to be quite a bit of reading. I know this is going to take... I know this is going to be a lot longer than the gameplay
Don't
we've
worry,
had today.
I'm here.
Because we got 60 pages to read.
Now, let's go!
Y'all didn't know, well, you might have known. You were getting story time with Moody tonight, or today.
Help me, Randall!
Let's go.
I don't think we've had story time before, have we? I will say, because I don't think any of this is happening now, but
Locked again, Wayne. I'm sure this door
at
opens
one
from
point
the
we
other
had,
side.
oh jeez. At one point we had story time
Randall!
planned
A soldier's coming!
for the end of D1. Destiny 1, whenever it got finished.
Hurry, Stella. We must reach the generator before we get discovered.
But I'm not sure
Stella's been killed.
when that'll happen now, or how that'll happen. Because, the original plan for story time for D1 was after we finished
let's
playing
go.
Destiny 1, I was going to use
Help me, Randall!
Aspect's copy of Destiny's Grimoire book thing, because I don't have it, and she was going to play the game,
Locked again, Wayne.
but
I'm sure
like
this
you'd
door
have
opens from the
gameplay
other side.
going while I read,
Randall!
but
a
that's not
soldier's
happening.
coming.
Hurry, Stella.
But things have
We
changed
must
a lot
reach the
for me
generator
recently,
before we get discovered.
and I'm almost thinking that if I do get it,
We'd better turn off the power if we want to move on.
oh gosh, I
Somebody
know.
has used this door recently. Send reinforcements to check the generator
But
area.
since things have been changing for me recently, hold on. Oh, jeez. Let me try that for the third time. Since things have been changing for me, I had thought maybe
Let's go.
I might actually do face cam for that. and just read the book. I'd have to get it myself, but yeah.
The power
There's a lot of
generator.
info that you get in the game
If
but you
I
can't
turn
read in
this
the game.
off, all hell will break loose. It'd be my pleasure.
I just wonder if anybody would want to hear that. I know people said before they wanted to hear me read, just like read a book. That would
The
be.
soldiers are after us.
I feel like that'd be the way I would do it.
We have to get out of here.
I don't know. It was the Destiny Grimoire
They're
book,
here.
and then if people actually enjoy it, maybe I could do something else. Oh,
Soldiers coming!
You're dead.
you're dead. I don't know what happened there, but I got shot in the air.
Run.
Randall! A soldier's coming!
Okay, come on.
Don't worry.
Get
I'm
up.
here.
Oh, I've been bamboozled. But yeah, honestly, if and when we get done with Destiny,
Run.
and I do read the Grimoire,
Soldiers coming!
Gotcha. You're dead.
we could do that and see how that works. If people enjoy it, we might read more stuff.
Run.
But I don't even know if that would
Randall! A soldier's
honestly be something people would like to see.
Don't worry. I'm here. Gotcha.
Oh. Just hack. I've got
Run.
to take him out faster.
Randall! A soldier's coming!
Don't worry. I'm here.
There we go. That's all I needed to do.
Hands up,
Ow.
intruder!
I keep getting bullied, Luna. Luna. That's little Adam, sorry. Luna, baby, come here. Kitty, 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 kitty.
Randall! A soldier's coming!
Don't worry. I'm here.
Come on.
Hands up, intruder!
You're dead.
Whew. Six bullets, I'll take it. Go down. Okay.
Blocked again, Wayne. I'm sure this door opens from the other side.
Come on. All I gotta do is make the jump. Oh jeez. Run!
Randall, I'll find a way to open this door. Don't let them get inside.
Eh. Please tell me you have like infinite ammo. Oh
Wayne,
jeez.
come on. Here it is. But the door won't hold much longer.
Oh jeez, come on. Let me through, let me through, let me through. I'm short enough.
No! No!
That's Stella.
Come on.
Hurry, Stella. Through this hole. I'll catch you.
There we go. Alright. This is not bad. We totally got this. Pfft. Let's go. Oh, jeez. No, we're not.
Faster! There are too many shadows, Randall. Too many shadows. I will never make it.
You're going to make it. Calm down.
No! Damn shadows are everywhere.
Oh crap, get off of me.
No! No!
There we go. We did it, we beat the game.
Run! Run! No!
It's locked.
We're going to die, Randall.
My family.
Revelation. We've done it. Everything is finished. Once again. $100% for all of them. Now it's time for us to just sit here and read for a bit. 1985, May 15th. I never thought that I could do something like this, resorting to a diary to express myself. But come on, what have I got to lose? My name is Randall Wayne. My friends call me Randy. However, I don't know many that call me that. A few days ago, I turned 33. I live in Hope, a small town in British Columbia. We're in a valley surrounded by nature, which is situated in the southwest of the great country called Canada. Here, we have everything we need to be happy. If you compare my town to other cities, they're garbage. When I speak about those cities that I see on TV, Hope always thinks it's the best place in the world for a man like me. My work also keeps me happy. I'm a park warden right here in the mountains. My work requires me to spend a lot of time far from home, and to be in direct contact with trees and the animals. I normally hike up the mountain by myself. Man can trust the mountain. The mountain never disappoints you. I don't need anything else. Sometimes having someone close is dangerous. Ordinary people speak too much and always disappoint you in the end. May 19th. I just read what I wrote the other day. It might seem like I'm an irritable person who doesn't get along well with others, but that's not true. I think I'm happy. I've turned 33. With 33 years behind you, you've lived too long, and at the same time too little. I have a big family. Shannon, my wife, is a wonderful person. She's always understood me, understood my problems. And that is the most important thing for a man. Besides, she's a great cook. For more than 10 years, I've carried her smell with me, in my clothes, in my hair. When I was stuck in a rut, I was like the driver of a train about to derail. Too fast, too shaky, too nervous, they used to say. She helped me to get back on the right track. She had the new job, you know, the job in the woods. Later, Lydia came, my daughter. The beautiful Lydia, the girl is a blessing. I think they are the most important people in my life. Well, I don't just think so. It's the truth. People don't like the truth. People say that they believe in something that later they forget or betray. People betray you easily. I'll never betray them. June 6th. I lost my sense of direction today in the forest. I was going back and forth from the cabin, but I wasn't able to find the way back. In spite of having the way right in front of me, I couldn't see it. Tomorrow I have to go back. It seems that there are poachers looking for trouble. I hate people that look for trouble, because those who look for it always find it, although what they find might not exactly be what they expected. In the afternoon, I found a deer which had been run over on the road. It was a strange day. September 9th. Where have you been hiding, my dear diary? I have my daughter to thank for finding you again. I forgot to write. I know, and already summer is almost gone at a stroke. I like this exercise of writing, opening myself to others. Even though nobody will read it, it gives me peace of mind, to feel that I exist. Also, I like to read things like this in my books that I carry to my watches. You never forget the trumpet, the thumpe. I belong to the very heart. You remember, you dream of it. You wake up at night and think of it. Years after, and go hot and cold all over J. Conrad. I was the same age as my daughter when my father abandoned my mother and disappeared for good. I think that childhood event really affected me and stayed inside me just like a burn will always leave a scar on your skin, although the wound is closed. A vivid memory of that, of what it became. When you abandon something, it's because you don't want it. I believe so. I will never be like him. I will never abandon those that I love. Between a father and a son, there are big differences. October 2nd. Today I have a headache. Sore bones, the cold weather has begun, and the mountain is getting ready for the new season. I also have a terrible migraine in the afternoon. October 10th. What an obsession! I spent whole day with numbers in my head. A 10 for here, a 16 for there, an infinite number of trees they have counted in the forest. 3 foxes, 1 bear, 10 words said in all day, and 30 times that I've sat down to see the horizon with binoculars. 252 steps from the cabin to the road. 30 steps to go around the cabin. I don't know how many words there are in this diary, but there are many more words that are burning inside me. The words that I don't write. I'm afraid of closing my eyes and dreaming. I'm having this fear of everything coming back again, and the wind of the past hits my back. This loneliness doesn't seem enough, and nor is enough to write on this notebook now. Sometimes I also see that will happen if I'm awake. October 15th. Thanksgiving! Today was a day to remember. My wife made a great stew again. The whole family had dinner in silence, but it was a pleasant silence. It's not always necessary to fill the emptiness with words, right? Instead, Lydia was a bit sad for Nick. She says that he deserved better. Nick deserved better, and that I think we all deserve better. At least Nick's meat was tasty. Typical of kids. The way they insist on personifying the world around them, and on giving names to everything that they find. I'd break Nick's neck myself with my bare hands. It's not that I'm a coward, but I don't like killing animals with my hands, even less so when it's got a human name. In my job sometimes, I have to sacrifice animals that are sick or that pose a danger to others. Oh geez. I know that all deaths are the same even if it was a turkey with the name of a used car dealer. Sorry about that, I got distracted by Luna. Lucky. October 19th. They have sent a message warning the poachers. Ben Parker, an acquaintance of the town, made a phone call to the warden's office. He said he saw some hunters in a protected sector. Ben is a good guy. I think he's the only man in town who I can talk to. I saw him in the mountain and he's not one to look for trouble. He's often come to see me and we talk about this and that. He's a man of the world and easy to get along with. On the back I came across a van parked at the side of the road. 2 girls were on the shoulder playing like little kids, playing and laughing. I've known those idiots for some time. They're always hanging around. The younger one, a tamed and chubby girl, couldn't stop smiling. She didn't say anything special. Like the other one. They're from Vancouver and we're looking for plants that help to cure goodness knows what illness. I've warned them the forest knows how to find its food. It's not safe for girls to go into the forest to pick flowers. Wild animals do their job. Just like I do mine. When they were leaving over the engine sound, I could still hear one of the girls laugh. I hate city people. It's you, Messi. Thank you for the 3 pog bitters. I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. October 22nd. Dear... well, I don't know what I said, dear. Dreams are my reality. October 24th. I'm afraid of the night. 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 November 11th. The break after the work, the rain after the fire, the rest after the war, the death after life. Sometimes I feel as if I were sitting at the edge of a volcano, about to erupt. My nerves, the trembles in my handwriting when I write. Everything is inside me as it has always been. Everything is inside me. But there are times that it decides to show up. My feet hang over a void of sulfur and ashes from the heat of the melting stone Oh, and the heat of the melting stone starts to traverse my spine. It is then when I know that I must go back home with my family. But if I don't do that, it'll happen. It'll happen whether you like it or not. Like the girls in the forest, it'll happen whether you like it or not. It'll happen. I don't know why on earth they returned to the mountains. They were warned. Last month I warned them. I told them not to come back. Hell is them. And they are the ones who go to the forest to look for trouble. I can't stop myself from defending it. My homeland. I'm an animal that defends its territory. I'm in charge of the vermin. I'm in charge and the vermin finish the job. Ugh. December 5th. In spite of the migraine, I may still be able to forget everything and be only aware of the good things inside me. When my maternal grandmother, who was already over 80, died, the only person she had beside her was a nurse. The old woman lived alone and died alone. The girl said that before my grandmother died, she lifted her head up off the pillow and looked from one side to the other and asked if she were trying to find someone. And then she lay down again and died. There's no doubt that a void surrounds me, but I'm also sure that I haven't completely fallen into it. At times I feel that if I lift up my head, I'll be able to cross the other side. Cross to the other side. December 12th. Lydia has all the imagination that her mother lacks. She has been worried and angry for a few days. I can tell she's upset with me. I know well that I have spent more time outside, more than I should have. But in the season and with the chaos of the poachers and the hunting, I couldn't do more for her nor for us. I know that and I feel sorry. December 5th, or 25th. Don't you like it, Randy? It's beautiful. The mountains is beautiful. Merry Christmas. Happy 1986. 1986, January 7th. I had a visitor on the mountain. Ben Parker climbed up to see how things were going up there. This Parker's a smart old man. He's American, but has lived with us for many years as one of the community. Ben was born in our neighboring country and fought against the commies in Vietnam. When he returned home, he wasn't made to feel welcome and had to look for a new home. A homeland that doesn't want you when you've given all for hers, like a father that abandons you when you were a kid. He came here with his wife, who was ill. The air of the mountains is good. We can breathe, people say. However, it didn't help much, and she passed away quite soon. Ben works as a pilot. He helps out with helicopter rescues. He offers tourists the best bird's eye view in all of Canada, according to him. I imagine that he feels a bit lonely in the town, and that's why he climbs up to the mountain to talk with me. We get along well. He brings some beers and starts ranting about the Ruskies. He doesn't get along with them. We both think that soon there will be another war that will make the world's foundations tremble. That the best place for protecting ourselves from it will be under the very grass that grows around our feet right now. January 14th. Yesterday I went back to Harry's Corner for the first time in a year. I don't like closed spaces. I was going to only to have a beer with Ben and would leave after that, but he was late. The stuffy air of Harry's Corner with all his regulars analyzing each one of my gestures makes me very nervous. I don't know how those guys look at me. I don't like when they speak. I don't like their laughter. I can't hear what they say, but I'm sure that they're talking about me. When Ben arrived, he brought some wrinkled clippings from the local newspaper. He remains concerned with the attacks in the forest. What does he want me to say? I can't do anything. But Ben stands his ground because the best we can do is organize for some people in the town to go out to the mountains to chase the bears. He's sure that if we scare off some of them... Hold on one second. Gee. I wanted to finish that one page, but my nose was just like, no. He's sure that if we scare off some of them, the people from the city will return, and that the business will return. I told him what I think. The carrion nourishes soil, And even though you can scare off some animals, new ones will come. If you let a fang today, a new one, a stronger one will grow back tomorrow. Nature is like that, and the men who want to control it are like that. January 28th. I dream of two cats playing and hiding in a suitcase. They get trapped inside, never seeing the light of day again. They suffocate. I carry a heavy load with blood on my shoulder, bags full of vermin of the forest, and dead cats in my luggage. February 27th. There's a strange feeling of unrest in the forest. I'm getting it from the trees and animals. What the hell is happening in this world? Altercations with the police in southern Poland. It seems like something serious is happening in Europe, but they're not saying anything. I think they're hiding the worst part. People say that the army is launching a chemical agents over a little town. People are mad, furious, several cops have died, but the government denies it. It's snowing again today, and the silence here is scary. March 1st. Since that strange dream that I had, it seems like the world is awaking every day with a new revolution. Normally I don't pay too much attention to the news or television, but something serious is happening, that's for sure. Shannon's worried too. She wants us to go to town to buy some food, supplies, she says. She says that she's talked with some neighbors and they're getting prepared. There's been lots of tension that seemed forgotten in Europe. A wave of violence? A new world war? I already said that you can't trust those commies. March 7th. A week has passed since the last time I wrote. I didn't really know quite what to say. Talking about an infection. People are getting ill all around the world. They die easily. They're sacrificing animals. Europe's in quarantine and nobody knows what to do. There have already been some confirmed cases in the East Coast of the USA. The Prime Minister says that there's nothing to be worried about, but nobody believes him. I forbade my wife from leaving the house. I'll take care of everything. March 10th. Lady, if you want to go around, go around. March 10th, we had a meeting in the head office. One of the mounting supervisors had come to visit us and given us some advice, plus information. It seems like it is a rabies epidemic, but the virus is mutated, he says. And like during any other epidemic, we need to take special precaution when dealing with wild animals. In some cases, the deaths and mutilations, like other problems in the forest, have stemmed from them. If a human is attacked, he will present the same symptoms almost immediately. We must raise the alarm about any sightings on the mountain. March 12th. The wave of violence has spread beyond Europe. They say that the hospitals weren't ready for something like this. But what does something like this mean? What are they talking about? About an innocent rabies epidemic? No, I don't believe them. But the lies go further. People on the side of the ocean say that everything is under control. They're talking about more than 300 people being affected. But I don't really know if that word means the dead or the infected. Those bastard politicians keep lying. Today a plane crashed in the Gulf of Mexico. Nearly 150 people are missing. And is God considering doing anything? I'm not a religious person, but I know that any wild fox that I protect out there is stronger and fairer than the God that they pray to. I need to go back to the forest. Go back to the place where I am who I am, and where nothing worries me. March 16th. Nobody walks the streets alone. Everyone goes with somebody else. We can chew the fear like wasted chewing gum that lasts forever. They broadcast some images on TV. A man entered a bank and without saying anything attacked the workers and customers. He didn't take a single cent. When he went out, the police shot him, but he kept walking towards them without fear. Too much blood on TV these days. March 23rd. Shannon, my wife, is very nervous, but she doesn't want Lydia to know it. We keep her out of it. You're fine, Messi. Don't worry about it. Also, March 25th is my birthday. March 25th. We've lost communication with the outside world. Yesterday I switched on the TV and they were broadcasting an emergency signal together with an irritating buzz. Also, those cowards in Ottawa are hiding. The radio isn't working either. We can't hear anything. Well, I lied. The local station is working, but they keep putting music on all day long. Nobody speaks. Nobody tells us anything. There's a heavy silence. March 26th. A dance of helicopters all morning. Shit, it's there again. I don't know why I said it like that, but I did. It's the same one that spent the night flying through the valley. Looks like the military is finally getting involved in the problem. They're emitting a message. Local population has to go to the aerodrome in the afternoon. There's no time, they say. It seems that the army will take us to a secure area. So the city is no longer secure? A tiny town isolated from everything and surrounded by a deep forest protected by mountains is no longer secure? What the hell are those men talking about? I don't understand anything. Hope. How ironic. The city's become a place without hope. I must do something. My family is in danger. Whatever it has arrived in Canada. March 26th, 1700. I went down to the city and tried to speak to some of the men. People running, gathering around and stepping on each other. There are hundreds of suitcases and memories on the side of the road. I can't read apparently. Memories on the side of the road. People pile up their cars by the road that leads to the Hope Aerodrome. There's military everywhere. They're trying to organize the families and making them pass through control points. It's terrible. I saw they killed an old man from the town right in front of me. As the desperate cry of his wife and his two sons rang out, a dog barked when he walked by it. There was something in its eyes, in the eyes of the animal, as if it detected or smelled something that only a dog can sense in a human. They undressed him. He had a chest injury, which he tried to hide with all his strength. A gunshot to the head, and his life ended. What should I do? Should I follow those in authority, believing the words of those liars? Or should I escape in the woods with my wife and daughter? I don't know what to do. I don't know what's best for us. I need to go back. I need to take care of the problem in my own way. I must find a solution to all this. I'm desperate. I need to breathe. I need air. My head. It's going to... April 20th. I haven't written anything for quite some time. Our town is overrun. I fought with Ben and the other men, but our barricades were useless. There was no stopping them. When I got back to the house, Shannon and Lydia had gone, just like everyone else. There had been a mass exodus from the town of Hope. Parker and I followed, since we haven't separated even to answer the call of nature. We walked through the forest, fleeing the catastrophe, channeling our remorse, until we reached Vancouver. Vancouver. My nose is just like telling me no. We thought that in a big city things would be better. That is, we'd find our people. How naive we were. Vancouver is unrecognizable. There's no food, no fuel, no hope. We ran away, taking shelter like animals, barely sleeping. There are hundreds of these things everywhere, shadows. That's what they've called them since it started. Shadows that live in the darkness, that once had human form, that once belonged to men. Shadows of a life that has ended. Their sinister wails torment us night after night. I think of Shannon and Lydia every second. They're out there, somewhere frightened and on the run. Talk about looking for a needle in a haystack. I miss them so much. April 30th. Today Parker and I discovered a group of survivors. They'd been hiding since the city collapsed, more than a month ago. Like in Hope, they no longer have water and food. They're scared. They drift around the city suburbs, and for a moment, they're about to kill Ben and me. The group is composed of 2 adult males and 2 women. They are armed. One of the men is a cop, but he's very odd. The other seems like he's never shot a gun in his life. He looks like a university professor redhead. Skinny cannon fodder. I thought that was a comma. Sorry, I had to cough. Redhead, skinny cannon fodder. The women are twins, young. They're a reflection of each other. It seems that they are not related to the men, but I don't know why the men have been protecting them for such a long time. The old man says that he heard a message on the radio from a crashed police car. The message talks about a city on the other side of the border. He wants us to go south. He already talked about us as if we were a group. We, he says. We must help each other, he says. Men thinking that it's the best to all go together, a group, a herd. Tomorrow we'll head to Seattle. There's a talk of a safe point at migration. Shannon, Lydia, they're somewhere on that road. May 3rd. Ben and I made a strange discovery. Tonight we hid in the basement of a clinic. "We'll be safe there," said Ben. We entered before the rest of the group, but it smelled bad. There were insects all over the floor. Shreds of skin and hair. There were hair and skin everywhere, and in the center of the room, I could see 2 dogs dead. 2 dogs that were also looking for a safe place, I thought. They fought to death for a piece of rotten meat. And I wondered if we would suffer the same fate. But they didn't fight for the meat. No, I was wrong. In this place there was nothing that could be put into the mouth. There's nothing there except some medicine, serum, pills. They fought to the death but died of a drug overdose. They died to become the first dog left with a useless ampoule of morphine stuck between its fangs. I need a drink. May 6th. I found some press clippings in the house of an old woman who decided to take her own life. No one craved a hobby at the height of the catastrophe. I think it occurred only recently because of the smell of the body. It appears that they declared a war all over the world, living humans against shadows of the dead. The governments didn't skip an order to fight against the disease. They used armies, firearms, hundreds of doctors, each person defending himself in their own way. At the beginning of April, a nuclear power station in the Soviet Union exploded. I think it was called Chernobyl. It was abandoned to its fate. Atomic bombs were dropped in China, Korea, also in the southeast of the United States. It seems for a few days the world became a gigantic fireball. I don't know what we're going to find in Seattle. On the road you meet all types, but they're all heading to the same place. Safe haven, safe point. It's on the radio, they say. Well, that's where we're heading. May 14th. Surviving is not child's play, particularly when darkness falls. Nights repeat themselves and our travels never begin. We travel slowly, stealing fuel from the abandoned cars. Sometimes we come across the shadows. Other times we just confront them. We must confront them. You must shoot them in the head, that's all. This is the only advice that God gives us to survive in his apocalypse of the dead that wake up and walk. But if it's true, they are not alive. Why do they need to feed on us? Now the nightmare doesn't end at sunrise. We woke up at dawn in an abandoned bar next to the survivor group from Seattle, together with Ben. The twins were not sleeping this time. No, instead they were screaming. They were screaming outside. The university professor was outside for his watch. The university professor had been attacked while he was watching over us. Bite on his arm. He was bleeding. We had to clean up the area. Later the redhead guy, the damn university professor, bled to death in front of us. And he stopped breathing. We all knew what was going to happen next. Every single one of us. I had to sacrifice him. May 29th. I think I'm going crazy. 2 nights ago when the group stopped to rest in a dive that we'd secured, I heard a noise in the back room. It wasn't a normal noise. It was a children's voice. A little girl's voice. Nobody would believe this, but after experiencing what we have lived with the dead, I'm sure that was the voice of my daughter. I went to the back room and I could see her, and the half right Lydia was there. Her eyes were like torches shining in the dark. She was dressed before like a princess. Somebody switched on the light and Lydia wasn't there anymore. The hallucination disappeared. It was Carla, one of the twins who saw my daughter's voice, and was dressed like her and called for me in the silence. I don't know what's going on. I can't trust my senses anymore. June 7th. Oh god. I'm so sorry about that. Please forgive me. Lydia, Shannon, names that I can't forget. My head is divided into thousands of fragments. Little pieces of smashed crystals, ground sugar, interrupted words, a puzzle that I can't solve anymore. There's no future. These are the days without any tomorrows. July 1st. When I was younger, I could remember everything. Things that happened and that did not happen. I have to look through these pages if I want to find my memory. You can see the city from far away. And everything we heard about it seems true. Seattle's a ghost city. Seriously, why am I coughing so much? You never find a place that's nice and peaceful because there isn't any. It didn't exist before, and even less so now. You can deceive yourself like this professor. You may think there it is, but once you get there, when you're not looking, somebody will sneak up and write, "Fuck." You write on your nose. Fuck you right on your nose. Words. Language. Okay. July 4th. One of the girls died today. Young Carla died in an abandoned warehouse, and I no longer feel anything for her. I don't even feel a tiny bit. Or even something that disappears with death. More than 4 months have already gone by since the start of this bloody disease that has destroyed our little world. Everything that we knew in the world is gone. 4 months that changed the rules of nature and human beings. Also 4 months without my wife and daughter. It's hard to keep going when 4 months seem like 40 years. Harder still to keep hope alive. Doing my best to find them in the only place they can be. Today, even the young people die. The thing that still puzzles me the most is that some keep living, or whatever they call the condition they're in. We're survivors of a fading world. Well, sometimes, I doubt and wonder, are we alive, or are we also dead? 2 days have passed since we entered Seattle looking for our last chance. It's the 4th of July today. A special day for Americans. Independence Day, they say. The birthday of the nation. How stupid to think about births. No one will celebrate anything today. Jeez. Here's all the little collectibles we got too. We'd already read them throughout the gameplay, so we're not going to read them again, but we at least want to look at all of them. Oh my gosh. I gotta say, I think I would have been fine if I throw it and everything hasn't been the way it has been recently. But that was a lot to read for me today, apparently. But that is also going to be it. We finished the game. There will be no more Deadlight for a little while until I get the enhanced version and finish off all this stuff again. We will go back to it. We will do all the extra stuff. I just don't know when that'll happen. But I want to say thank you all for stopping by, lurking and chatting. Bessie, thank you for the biddies. I really appreciate it. I know this was really short, but there wasn't much for us to do in the game. I hope y'all have a wonderful day, a wonderful night. I'll be back tonight. I don't know if I said a wonderful night yet, but I did. But I'll be back later tonight with more CTR. Hope y'all have a wonderful day. I'll say it again, a wonderful night. And I can't wait to see y'all again very soon. But for now, let's all go hang out with Larry. She's streaming Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door. It's a really good game. Goodbye, everybody. I love you all.